Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Sarthak Show, where we discuss about tech, career, product, and life. And today we have a very special guest with us, Shubhangi. She's working as a business analyst at Swiggy. She's coming second time on this channel because we wanted to have an extended discussion about her 1 year at Swiggy, and also we would love to know based on her experiences, based on her discussions and her understanding of the past year, and so what are the market trends right now about the analytics as a domain, how it has grown in coming years, in coming days, and what is going to become like a full-fledged industry. What are the skills that you need right now? How the industry have progressed in general. Like initially it was XYZ skills. Now what extra do you need to stand out in the discussions and everything? So this podcast is about all that. So yeah, stay tuned till the end of this video to know everything about this. And yeah, thank you so much, Shubhangi, for joining in for this podcast and taking out for time. That's so yeah. For the audience, do you want to start with your intro and
Sure. First of all, thank you, Sarthak, for having me here. Hello everyone. I'm working in Swiggy. It's been a year for me now, and it's been an amazing journey over here. How it feels like to be a part of Swiggy is like the culture is like amazing. You get to know a lot of people. Uh, they are all skilled and doing amazing. And when you talk to them about how they have come to the place, and there's like extreme like things to know about people, and they're doing pretty amazing in their lives.
Mhm.
People are very cool and friendly over Swiggy, and it feels like, to be honest, it feels like one of the best uh, like decisions to be a part of Swiggy, and it feels one of the best culture. I guess I've been recently like met with the team face to face, and it was like it was really amazing. My team is like very chilled out, all cool, and
Mhm.
so is my manager. So it feels really good to be a part of Swiggy. Um, Now, like if I talk about like my work so far, so it's been like I started with uh, started as a very naive person who did not know much of the business knowledge and did not have much of the knowledge about this business, and gradually I got the pace. And definitely right now I'm a part of CX, customer experience, in Swiggy, and I know a lot of things, how the business is actually working, how and why are we keeping the customer first, how it's Swiggy is trying to have a larger market share in total. So it feels really like amazing to be this part and being a part of Swiggy and looking like, okay, Swiggy is definitely growing day by day itself. So yeah, so it's amazing to be a part of Swiggy first. So, and now talking about like the industry in total, like industry hasn't changed much, but the expectations have like definitely grown up a bit. What is expected right now because of the current situation, current recession, I guess. What like I know a couple of my friends who were trying to pitch in the industry and how they have faced the interviews, how were they able to crack it. So
Mhm.
it was something on the lines of like, yeah, the expectations definitely have increased. Uh, Apart from that, like you should be the skill set that's required that remains more or less the same, with
Mhm.
another add-ons that needs to be added,
Mhm.
which would be a plus plus for anybody who's trying to be in this industry, I guess.
Okay.
So the thing is, SQL is very important. Apart from that, I guess problem solving skills, guess estimates, people should be very good with, uh, and they actually fill a large part of their work when they are a part of this business analysis.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, that's very necessary. Apart from that, plus plus are like coding, which you can do on Python or maybe R.
Mhm.
uh, it depends on the team, probably, and the company, like how they are working together. So in my project myself, I have used a couple of machine learning algorithms. So yeah, it's actually it's a very positive thing to have.
Mhm.
And then we can like we should you should also be good with visualization skills to understand, like you should always have a back like understanding of data. So if a person is interviewing, they might be getting assignment nowadays. So probably in that case, in many of the companies now assignments are given. So if they can like uh, understand the data and see like how this is actually changing, what is the problem statement, how they can derive it, how they're going to further solve the problem. So that is something that would definitely be a plus plus.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding the business is very important, first
Correct.
of all. So yeah, that's about majorly what would be required, which would be, I would again reiterate the thing, like what would be the skill set that would be required,
Mm-hmm.
which would be SQL. In SQL, I'm talking also about advanced SQL, uh, and plus they would be required to have a good business understanding, problem solving skills, stats, and Python, and visualization tools they should have used. So yeah, such as Power BI or Tableau or Looker, anything for that matter. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for answering that question. I think starting with congratulating you for completing your 1 year at Swiggy. We will come back to that story and learn more about like what are the nitty-gritties and special moments out of that, and maybe some of the learnings that you had. But with your like last statement, I want to focus more on the shape that now analytics industry has taken, how they have moved from just extracting the data but also asking the other person to take insights on, maybe get some
Exactly.
business sense out of it, like what metrics or what data has been extracted, why this data only, or what are the actionables that can be identified, right? And so on and so forth, that is expected out of the person. The other thing
Exactly.
is, as you mentioned, visualization, how you can visualize that data in better, like we understanding that information dump coming in the form of, let's say, rows and columns and everything, but how you
Mm.
visualize better, how do you extract the crisp part of it in the best way possible. And that's why I feel that whenever you look at images and videos, you feel more delighted as you compare to text, because they have a certain appeal to that. And that's why the data, if it is converted into some type of pie charts, bar charts, and so on and so forth, it looks more promising, it's easily readable, and so on and so forth. So yeah, visualization is a plus add-on, and anybody who is listening in should focus on these of the aspects as well. And lastly, you mentioned that a person could be asked to work on certain algorithm which are machine learning related, or which are core on the side of data science, or maybe some which is data intensive algorithms. And so, like, wanted to focus more on like how the person should understand that, and what is at that stage the person should realize that I have gathered enough skills about this role. Now I should progress more towards understanding the bigger algorithms, or maybe the heavy algorithms, maybe some frameworks or something of that sort, which will enhance my skill set. What is that stage?
Yeah, so basically, like, firstly, they should be good with this, the one that you mentioned already. Like, not only just pulling out the data is the task. Apart
Mhm.
from that, there are insights that needs to be drawn, recommendation that needs to be given.
Correct.
uh, Good with Excel, it's when we say good with Excel, they should be very, very familiar with the like statistical terms and techniques such as
Correct.
normalization, and it fills a large part of the work.
Mhm.
Once they are good with this, so they would be getting more complex projects, such as for me it was like some kind of text analysis, what we were receiving from the customers feedback,
Correct.
how that could be implemented, and what were the reasons of customers being happy or being upset for that matter. So yeah, so in that case, like I have used text analysis. uh, I've done text analysis, so basically so their machine learning models would be required, so at least they should be good with it. And apart from that, like there would be sometimes you should be using I myself have used Databricks. I have used Klaxon for that matter. So these for alerting system that I have used. So yeah, like there also Python is required for Databricks. So yeah, I've set up some alerts
Mhm.
to share it with the stakeholders and everything, putting over chronicle so that it gets to be triggered on that particular time, and what happens, some kind of a threshold that needs to be set or something like that matter. So yeah, these would be something that would be like coding would always be a plus plus. It's always a good to have thing.
Mhm.
uh, Sooner or later, like there would be more complex things that would be coming up
Mhm.
for a person, and it would be like it would be a plus plus in your resume as well. So that's why it's pretty necessary to have. But before that, you should be obviously good with the other skills as well, which would be filling a large part of the day. So yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. I think if you have the uh, right technical skills, it is going to enhance your job, and like it could be easily observable in your products and how you out like ship your outcomes. So basically, if you are removing some of the manual work and moving it towards the technical part of it, how you are solving those complex queries, or maybe uh, and as you mentioned, like Python is one of the best friends of an analyst, because it helps in getting a lot of these things getting done faster and easier. So yeah, anybody who is in that phase should look out for some of these aspects, get a technical knowledge and sense. um, and what would be your recommendations according to you, maybe from your experiences, from your colleagues or peers experiences, like what are the best ways in now's time, like to understand the or acquire these SQL skills or maybe Excel skills, or what, how do you refresh those skills, or maybe learn at a better way, so like basically the resources that a person can use.
Yeah, okay. So basically, so for SQL, it's always like for the beginners, it's W3 schools to start with.
Mhm.
Apart from that, I think there are a lot of like if you like simply Google like if you're good with it, so definitely you can just Google some SQL questions for interviews for that matter, complex advanced SQL questions for that matter. So yeah, definitely you can get a list of those. Apart from that, if you want to practice, I guess HackerRank is also a platform where you can.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, there are a lot of platforms where you can go and practice. But for the beginners, I would definitely suggest to go to W3 school
Right.
to start with. So yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like not just the SQL skills. Apart from that, if you have to go with the guess estimates, etc. So then YouTube, I guess, should be your best friend in that matter. There are a lot of such kind of interviews that are posted. So yeah, that's a good thing. Like any time you can go through and understand. For me, it was my best friend. So yeah.